Scatchel, ominous.
Don't call it a comeback.
Took a deflection off that plate, but Rudy Scatchel has had his say. This is the start of dreams for Heart.
Oh, listener, I didn't expect you to see you there. We didn't expect to be doing a podcast.
No, we didn't.
No, it's just the two of us for a very, very quick roundup of the Celtic game, and this is literally only happening because the game went surprisingly well.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're glory hunting podcast, I think. Yeah, but the game went just bloody fine. We didn't lose to Celtic, which is, you know,
That's the headline.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, like our plan so far this season, you might notice that we're not getting podcasts out every week. Just like I'm working weird shifts and it's putting in weird time, and so games that neither of us have been to, we're kind of going to let slide because we have less to say about them.
But it means that the bumper episodes that we do have will be much more worth listening to, isn't that right?
Yeah, full of content.
All the
Full
content
of
you could
hot content.
ever imagine or hope for. Yeah.
So yeah, we were going to let this slide, thinking about the inevitable 4-0, and, you know, Scott Brown smiling.
Aye, for some reason the ghost of Gary Hooper comes back and still scores.
Yeah,
Aye,
yeah.
Fuck it.
Why not? Somewhere Stephen Mahay feels very torn. So we went into the game with possibly our most attacking lineup of the season,
Yeah, I didn't get that.
on the back of three or four.
Three league defeats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. I was trying to say three incredibly shonky defensive performances.
Oh,
were,
right, okay, right. Well, you could just
but,
say
like, I was trying to think. In fact, yeah, just a huge range of shonky defensive performances.
pretty much, yeah.
Did we keep a clean sheet against Partick Thistle?
Yes.
we did.
Yes. That was good.
Yeah. Well done, Partick Thistle.
That was a good one. Yeah,
Yeah.
enjoyed that one.
Yeah, but apart from that, St Johnson, Hamilton, and Inverness,
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen.
Fucking Kilmarnock.
Oh Christ, yeah.
Josh McGuinness.
Oh, that's something we can talk about. We haven't podcasted since then.
See, listeners, this is the kind of organisation that you can, you've grown to love it from us over the year.
Yeah, well, let's briefly talk about Hearts facing the ghosts of their past.
Yes.
We were fucking shocking against Josh McGuinness.
Yeah. Blasi and Ozturk didn't know how to handle Josh McGuinness.
Yeah,
Josh McGuinness.
They didn't know how to handle all the tricks that Josh McGuinness has in his bag.
If a complete fucking idiot of a Kilmarnock fan thinks that Josh McGuinness is bad, then he must be pretty bad. Yeah, it was shambolic defensively, which is what we've kind of come to expect.
Especially from the cross balls which fed McGuinness's goals.
The first one, when Ozturk just walked alongside him, didn't jump. Just didn't jump.
Though what we since found out that he's been feeling his hernia injury that we knew he had in the summer anyway, but kind of had to play because Blasi was even more spectacularly injured.
Yes, and Oshinura was suspended for that match as well, obviously. So we were stretched at the back, regardless. Yeah. But
so yeah, I mean, it makes sense that he felt that Robbie felt that they had to play, and yeah, possibly at that point, having played 6 or 7 matches on a hernia that really needed rest, perhaps jumping wasn't his favourite activity.
Yeah, every time the ball came in there, it was like, no!
Oh, fuck no! Oh God, no! Why?
This is Scotland. It's meant to be played on the deck. That's what I was told.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite.
Yeah.
That also explains why he hasn't zinged one in from 40 yards yet this season. He's well past due.
He zung one in from 18 yards in that match, to be fair.
He certainly did.
At least there was that.
Yeah, well done. Finding his range.
Aye.
Did you watch that Kilmarnock game?
No.
So as far as we can gather from
we were awful.
highlights.
We were completely outplayed in the first half, according to everyone who was there.
Yeah.
Most of the second half we were kind of outplayed as well until Juanma and Walker came on and changed it positively for us.
Until Kilmarnock's essential Kilmarnockness
Yes,
just infested them.
Until they were going through a tough spell in the park, and they looked over and saw Gary Locke just facing the other way, distracted by a pigeon,
trying to solve like a cat's cradle.
yeah. And yeah, we kind of fucked them from there. Well, not really actually, because we equalised, and then they pretty much ran up the park and made it 2-1 with Josh McGuinness scoring again, doing a goal, bamboozling Blasey Augustine just by simply turning around. Turned round in 180 degrees and Augustine ended up on his arse somehow.
Where his face?
He was bamboozled by the skill, power and prowess of Josh McGuinness. Josh McGuinness.
Oh, what a sentence. But hey,
but then, Kelly brought on Chris Boyd and Scott Robinson and Hearts won the game.
Chris Boyd, he just has such a magnificent buoying presence on Hearts over the last couple of seasons.
What a guy, honestly. What a top bloke.
Could have been our centre forward.
Could have been. Under Gary Locke. Yep. Yeah, I mean, take nothing away from certainly Juanma's goal. Almost a carbon copy of McGuinness. Josh McGuinness. His first goal.
At least Juanma actually ran across his defender to get his head on it.
Well, at least he had to try.
Yeah.
He showed some effort. But it was a great glancing wee header. Wonderful ball in from the influential, as ever, Jamie Walker. And then, Kelly did a Kelly thing and just gave the ball to us in the last kick of the game. And
that was nice of them.
Sam Nicholson thrumped it home from about 9 yards. It was great.
So it's good to progress in the League Cup, and hopefully it'll be a long League Cup campaign with some glory at the end of it.
I'd really like if we just played someone different. The draw was today. I mean, we usually get Celtic or Hibs. That's in 7 of the last seasons we've had one of the two. 5 of the competitions since 2013, 2012. We've got Celtic. So hopefully we got like Morton or something like that.
We also got Celtic in 2011-12. Do you remember?
Oh yeah, we won
it. Yeah. We actually beat them on the way.
That's the last time we scored a goal against Celtic. So
let me just have a check on my notes here. See, it's Celtic. It's Celtic.
Jesus,
great.
Fucking shit.
Yeah, that's
Somewhere in Lanarkshire right now, Willie Collum is erect, waiting for that phone call next to the red phone in his office.
Just standing naked in his dojo, preparing, just doing like thrusting red card motions, so, like throwing it up in the air. It's like whoo ha, whoo ha. You're just trying to get it as quick and efficient as possible.
Throwing darts.
You're off. Go.
Throwing darts at a picture of Callum Patterson.
Fuck off, Jambo.
Yeah,
that's what he's doing.
That's what he's doing right the fuck now. Celtic again.
Great, well.
Variety is the spice of life.
Well, let's face it, we do have some encouragement to take from the game at Parkhead. Like we say, we went out 4-4-2.
4-4-2.
Perhaps rode our luck a little in the first half.
It's not a coincidence that we sort of played in the same postcode as Gary Locke, and then all of a sudden Nielsen had 4-4-2 stuck in his head. It was started out as a 4-4-2, but it was basically like Nicholson and Walker were like wing backs, and then Oshiniwa and Patterson were like sort of auxiliary centre halves.
Something they can do with their height. It's quite nice.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, Nielsen came out and said afterwards we wanted them to get it in wide positions. I watched it and it was frustrating to see James Forrest and the other guy on the other side. Lubo Moravcik get so much time on the ball out wide, but you can kind of see why, because then they're forced into crossing it into the box for their army of midgets to try and attack, and every time Augustine, Rossi, Patterson are huge guys, they're going to repel that. First half that didn't go quite to plan when Augustine, Rossi, Patterson all had their slip-ups and their moments leading to Celtic chances, but we rode our luck, and defensively it wasn't an awful 45 minutes. But
you say we rode our luck, it was a bit of a Grand Nationaling of our luck there.
Yeah.
4 miles over hard jumps and death.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Forrest hit the post. That was just a good move from Celtic, so we'll give them that one. But I mean, Lee Griffiths' header from about 5 yards out is because Rossi and Blasey didn't communicate. Rossi was right behind Augustine. Augustine sort of bent back to header it, cushioned it perfectly.
Isn't that the one that ended up like head tennis from Griffiths to Alexander?
Yeah,
I just went, oh, thanks.
It was lovely. Griffiths just sort of cushioned it into his arms like a really calm centre half. Yeah, so
there was the first occasion of Griffiths gently giving the ball.
Oh. And yeah, Tom Rogic. First time I've seen him play, he's actually not bad, considering everything I'd heard that he was absolute humpty. But
no, I like him. I sort of kept an eye on him for a while. He came over from Australia with like big reviews, but he was very young and in a weird culture, so it's taken him like 2 seasons to settle in. But
yeah,
he is a player. He's got great control, good physique, breaks well from midfield.
Yeah. He was him and Forrest were Celtic's most potent attacking threats. Forrest had a great game actually, up against Oshiniwa and Patterson.
Hopefully that means he'll be quiet for another 6 months. This is his pattern, which will do us a great deal of service in the upcoming League Cup.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, no, that's fine. I was more thinking of a Scotland point of view. I'd rather he saved it for a Scotland game because he consistently gets fucking called up and played. But anyway, I
was going to say, well, if he's off form, then Strachan won't pick him.
Yep. So yeah, they pummeled us for the first half. We had one sort of promising wee break from Walker and Oshiniwa linking up well. Nothing really came of it. We had a few corners, again, nothing came of them. But yeah, we ruled our luck a lot, and I was worried for the second half.
Cool. And then the second half was much better.
So much better.
And then Igor Rossi just, I don't know, maybe bumped his head in the dressing room at half-time and somebody told him he was Fabio Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, someone must have done that to Augustine as well, because he was incredible at the back. An absolute rock in the second half. Nothing was going past him.
Imagine the scenes. They're like, oh, where am I? Oh, you're Fabio Cannavaro. Where am I? You're also Fabio Cannavaro.
Yes, very well. Agreed. And fuck it, yeah, they were great. They were absolutely fantastic. Celtic didn't look like scoring once in that second half, which from the first half was such a huge swing. They still attacked us. They still chucked things into the box, which I'm assuming is why they're trying to send Carlton Cole. But Rossi was incredible. He headed everything back out. Augustine looked more calm. He ran it out a couple of times and found a simple pass, which he's been unable to do since he came back, rushed back from injury because of Oshiniwa's suspension. But even still, it just looked like the defensive display clicked. Oshiniwa was great. Patterson was getting the better of Forrest by this time as well. He'd kind of learned to stand off him a bit and then out-muscle him. It was just a very good defensive display. On top of that, Sam Nicholson was one of our best defenders. His tracking back, his tackle and his defensive duties were absolutely fantastic. And then on top of that, you've got Payardo and Gomez who were doing their jobs brilliantly, running it out and trying to find the outball. So
very, very important to have both of those players back.
Hugely, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hugely, especially Boabin. I feel sorry for him because he's like Ozturk. He's been carrying an injury for a while.
Yeah.
I can see why he was left on the bench and then brought on later in the game as someone who can chase the ball down and try and make it stick up front a wee bit. But
yeah, Boabin has been like gasping on a bench and for a while just because he's so impaired.
Yeah.
Does what? I mean, you wonder like. Payardo and Gomez are clearly our best two central midfielders, but you wonder about what the actual selection will be going forward, because in games where we're not quite so luck riding, we'll need a bit more energy and dynamism to link the midfield to the forwards. Maybe Swanson, maybe a fitter Boabin.
I was going to say step forward Danny Swanson. He's the attacking midfielder we've been missing.
So whether that'll be a 3-man midfield or a pairing with one or the other of Payardo or Gomez, I guess it'll be horses for courses.
Absolutely, a lot of horse references in this.
Well, we've been playing like fucking horses for a while, so it's nice to be riding them rather than the ridees.
Sure, yeah.
Right, so if we're going to be complete dickheads and take only negatives from this performance,
let's do that.
Do we decide now that Ali Mojturk was the problem with our defence all along, seeing how Rossi and Boache looked incredibly composed once he was let? Is Alim killing the club every day? Is he the root of all our problems?
Just because it was said once doesn't mean there's always someone killing the club, Nickel. But yes.
Oh yes, he absolutely is.
No, absolutely not. I'm a firm
He's killing the club like every other week on Thursdays.
Yeah, just when he can be fucked, basically. No, I'm still part-time club fucker. I've got so much time for Alim. He's still our best footballing centre half. Mm-hmm. But he needs to embrace his inner Rossi. I think he needs to get back to basics. This is a big step up, and you can see that he's realised that now. The attacking players he's up against isn't, a 49-year-old Michael Chopra anymore. It's now up against good players who have usually got international pedigree at some level. He needs to learn how to
And occasionally Josh McGuinness.
And occasionally Josh McGuinness, which, Christ, what's he going to be like when he plays up against players of international pedigree? He needs to... Igor Rossi is currently our best defender at the club, and I mean defender. He's no nonsense, he wins the ball in there, he gets it forward. His distribution's not the best, that's not why he's in there. Ozturk needs to get back to basics if he's going to get back into the side, because the way that Blage and Rossi finished that match was incredibly strong. I mean, it was, defensive football isn't, the greatest stuff to watch, but you can still find appreciation in two guys doing their job really fucking well. And that's exactly what they were doing. So he's got a task ahead of him. I reckon Kelly on Saturday might see Blage and Rossi, keeping their places in there, seeing how they can try and mould as a partnership. But Ozturk's club captain, he'll be back in there. I'm sure he'll come back stronger when he's fully fit. Same as Blabin. We just need to give him a bit of time.
Oh, possibly back threes in our future.
Possibly. Maybe not.
Maybe, yeah. All these are options.
All of them, yeah.
Every single one. Okay, well, the one sort of remaining incident from the game was Effie
Ambrose smash.
Well, you make it sound like that, but that was actually like the smartest thing he could possibly do in the circumstance.
Oh god, yeah, like he should
like,
get
injury time. Like it's sort of like, well, it's not like we're going to do much more defending. Just let's deal with this problem.
Yeah, he's probably going to get Celtic's Player of the Month for that because Sam. It was the weekly Boyata fuck up when he came sprinting out of defence and slid to a ball that wasn't there. It made no sense at all at that stage in the match for him to do that. The guy's rubbish.
It's becoming more and more clear with every passing week that Boyata's lengthy Man City career comes down and out with the fact that he counted as homegrown.
Yeah, pretty much. Nicholson was sprinting through on goal. He had not just Gavin Riley but also Arnold Doom square. Probably Doom was in a better position, so it was a definite goal if Sam had looked up if he'd gone through. But no, Effie said nope. No. Absolutely not going to allow that to happen. Here's my hip going into your tiny little frame. Enjoy your time on the ground. I'm going to go back to the tunnel now.
He said, Effie smash.
Yes, exactly.
Very considered and refined smash.
He absolutely knew what he was doing. Yeah, it wasn't just blind rage. It was calculated, like a murderer.
And then Callum Patterson fucked up the free kick. Killing the club every day.
Killing the club every day. That pesky Callum Patterson. Yeah, it was. As soon as he stood over it, I was like, fuck.
Yeah, there wasn't really anyone else left to take the free kick though. Walker was off, Juanma was off, so it was off.
Yeah, we basically had nobody. It would have been a laugh to give it to like fucking, don't know, Oshiniwa, so we could talk about it in his post-match. Yeah.
I bet you Gomez it's like capable of just curling them in at the back post, but he's far too modest to mention it in training.
He's just too nice a guy. He's like, no, these guys are having fun with their free kicks. I'll let them do it. He probably would have Penenka it in from like 30 yards just because, fuck it, that's the kind of guy he is. But yeah, it was I'm kind of pissed off at Effie Ambrose, but at the same time, if a Hearts player had done that, I would have been delighted. Yeah. Absolutely delighted, because it was a sure goal. So yeah. But another thing to talk about, Arnold Doom.
Yes.
The Legion of Doom. Doomsday. Device.
Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom, yeah, exactly. He made his debut on the right hand side of the midfield. Didn't touch the ball.
Doom, Doom, Doom. You make my heart go Doom.
Yep, tick tick Doom. You can look forward to so many more of these happening when he plays. There's so many songs we could use. I really hope he's not a bit part. Yeah, he came on. He looks tall. He's quite fast.
Cool.
The way that he sprinted forward to sort of take advantage of Boyata's cluster slip was quite nice to see. So, yeah.
Cool.
Debut guy.
Nice one.
Yep.
Cool. Well, hopefully we'll see. Well, hopefully we won't see that much more of him in the future, because that'll mean Payardo's injured. So.
Well, I think he'd be more of a Blabin replacement.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he more of an energy guy than a And a tackling guy.
Yeah, really athletic. You know, there's obviously YouTube highlight reels aren't that useful. You know, I could make myself look like a world beater with a YouTube reel.
I couldn't.
No. You know, you have to be a certain type of person. But he looks like the sort of player that can get it down. He's aggressive. He is a tackler. But it looks like he gets forward, he gets shots off on goal and stuff like that. So maybe more box to box than, you know, a Payardo or a Gomez. So yeah, we'll see how he's utilised. But he looks like a bit of a footballer rather than an enforcer.
Nice one.
Yeah.
I like footballers.
So do I. Yeah, they're great, aren't they?
Cool. Right. Well, that was lovely.
Yeah, that was a really nice wee chat.
That's really all we can sort of come up with.
And you know, with time restraints as well, that's literally all we can come up with just now.
Really. So song. Wait, hang on. The producer's just no time for songs.
No time for songs.
No time for songs.
No.
Blame the producer, Keith. Fuck you, Keith.
Damn it, Keith. Apologies obviously that we haven't been as regular this season, but you know, get over it. We will get a full episode to you on Saturday after the Kilmarnock game.
Oh God, that's right, we're playing Kilmarnock again.
Yeah, God, it's just all the fun happening at once.
Just a great big mix of Kilmarnock and Celtic. That's life in the SPFL.
Isn't it? Yeah. I hope Danny Swanson starts that game. That's just a little bit of my mind getting processed onto this podcast.
Ooh.
He's not played at Tynecastle yet. I'd like to see him.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess, on the same hand, I think that at home at Kilmarnock 4-4-2 might be the way to go.
Might well be.
Oh, maybe Swanson comes in for Gomez or Payardo, and we just really fucking go for it.
Yeah, why not? I say.
Just all 11 men turning around the pitch going, nah!
Billy King at left back,
looking for a horse to ride.
Yeah, but yeah, no, it's I'm looking forward to that one. It's been a while since I've seen us win a game, over a month in fact. So it was it would be nice to absolutely destroy Gary Locke's assembly of misfits and outcasts. But I do like Kevin McCarthy and Dale Carrick, so there's that.
Yeah. So there's your winning football analysis. Robert likes wins. Great.
Yeah, take that to the bank.
If you would like to see how well he reacts to us winning, where would they find you on Twitter?
At RF Borthwick. Where would they find you to react to such things?
They would find all my reactions. They would find my live commentary of Jamie Hamill's face at Nickel Hay.
At Nickel Hay, fantastic. And you can find ourselves and as a collective podcast at We Have No Cares. Also, please do email us because we've not had an email in a wee while. So send us one of those bad boys at wehaveноcares@gmail.com.
And find the podcast, the whole collection of audio links and YouTube-ness.
If you want to go all the way back to the start of last season, you can do that as well.
By going to wehavenocares.tumblr.com.
That's us.
Just Google We Have No Cares. There's not many of us around.
No, it's basically just us.
Yeah, just us and Steve Crawford.
I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out.
Oscar's arriving on the scene.